revving and all that good stuff. And let me get my handy dandy countdown timer and we will get to rolling here. Today we're talking about everything that has to do with um, social media. Social media, marketing, digital media, yay, all of it, right? There are a lot of advancements that are coming out right now. So we want to talk to you guys a little bit about some of those, how we plan to use them as marketers. Some of them we won't be using at all. My frustration with Facebook Creator Studio, all that good stuff. So we will get started and here we go. Countdown timer is on. So you guys, while we're doing this 1 minute countdown, how you guys feeling? How's everybody doing today?
I'm good, Jessica. I never did, never done.
Leon, Leon sounds like he tired. Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, I am tired. I am tired.
Kathy, how are you?
I'm great. I'm excited about the summit, upcoming summit, where we get to share more of these tips to help people grow their online presence with social media. Social media with ease. Don't miss that session.
With ease. Is that what it is?
Well, if you
You make it
were an
sound so easy.
announcer, yeah, that's what I was going to say. That announcing voice, boy, I'm telling you, that's lit. Kathy's announcing voice.
Yeah, that's
Oh, my goodness.
my podcast days, my
Exactly.
radio show days. A couple of people were like, just have your normal voice. Just have your normal voice. You don't have to put on a radio voice, but I do have to.
Yeah, well, I know how that is. My husband always tells me, as soon as you get on the phone, you're like, "Hello, how are you?" He said, "You don't talk like that." I said, "I don't know. It just switches on and off when it wants to. I can't really control it. I just know when I'm in a certain setting or when I call someone, I'm like, 'Hello, this is Jessica, and today, I'm telling you about whatever.'" When I call my friends, but hey, answer the phone.
Yeah, it's amazing.
All right, so let's go ahead and move into Twitter. Oh, go ahead, Kelly. You got something?
No, I was just gonna say that's a real thing though, because there's a popular podcaster, I won't say his name. I love his information, but I can only take his voice in spurts. So,
Oh, you know what? There's a popular podcaster that a lot of people like as well that I follow, and her voice drives me nuts. I cannot listen to it. Like she has a lisp, so every other word's like, and I'm like, how do people listen to this all the way through? There's no way. No way. So I try to make sure that I'm not doing it, but see, I kind of do it too. So anyway, Twitter auto tweets. Twitter has now launched auto tweets. What do we think about that? Audio tweets, audio
Audio.
audio tweets. What do we think about that? How are we feeling about that? What is your experience with it? Has anyone heard any audio tweets as of yet?
Oh, I
I
haven't really. Okay.
no, I haven't. But I do want to check out my friend, the Delaware blogger, because she has tried it and she mentioned it on her YouTube um, about that. So I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah.
That's
Hold on a
interesting.
second.
I mean, it's just like everything else. I mean, is it safe? What are they doing?
Well,
Yeah.
oops. Hold on. Tweet your voice. Tweet your voice is the one that we have on here, right? So it has tweet your voice.
Oh, sure.
So Twitter is where you go to talk about what's happening, is what they're saying. Um, Videos, gifs, all that good stuff. You won't believe what just okay. So you know what? I don't know if this is going to work for them. I wonder. 'Cause
Right.
I know that with video, when they did the whole Periscope thing, Periscope had a big where they went and they did it for a while, but then after that, not so much, right? Like Periscope kind of died out after a little while. Although it's still there, and there are some people that are still on the platform and still use the platform. Um, I don't know if voice is what people want to do, because I think with the benefit of Twitter is that you can get on and just tweet really quick and type your words out. It's kind of like texting, right?
Mm.
So I don't know. What do you guys think? You think this is something that's going to hit with tweeters?
I think it's gonna hit with tweeters to be honest, because the days of getting your you know, typing on a text pad very, very quickly, um, they would use voice, because I think if you stay with that, then obviously you've got these other platforms that did have voice sort of communication, like Stitcher. I think it's a good idea. Because I think they may be using the algorithm behind it to utilize into text to speech, and could be something interesting. We'll see what we can do with that.
It could be a good thing, especially if your audience is heavy with podcasting. That could be a personal thing. Or if someone follows you, instead of replying back, thank you for the follow, if you tag them and leave an audio tweet, that could be like part of personalization. And people really like that. I know that someone connected with me, and instead of replying, he sent me a DM, but it was like a 30-second video. And I was impressed because I thought, hey, he took the time to really make a video. Like, hey, Kathy, I noticed we both are podcasters, just wanted to, say nice connecting with you. And I thought that was so personal. Took him 30 seconds, but it went a long way.
Mm.
So it just depends on who your audience is.
I think what we will also look at is, in the day, I mean, how much space to take up. I mean, if it's like WhatsApp, sometimes we call it an audio message, and how secure these messages, and is it going to be a walkie-talkie situation going on? I'm quite surprised. Well, does anybody know? Well, is it available on desktop? Because if it's like all the others, some of them are available just on the mobile app.
That is a great point. I don't know. Let's test it out really quick. Let's test drive it. Hold on. Let me pull up my Twitter. And let's test drive it and see if we can. That is a great point. Because I know I'm not the hugest tweeter. However, when I do go onto the platform, let's see. Hold on a second.
While Jessica's doing that, shout out to Deshaun,
one of
our number one fans.
Yeah.
She's in the house.
Francine.
Francine's just blowing up. Everybody's blowing. They're all coming. Oh, no, wait.
All right. So let's see.
Another top fan, Francine.
So audio tweets. We have images. Oh, don't want to do that. We have GIFs. We have, what is this bar?
Just like analytics.
There we go. Poll.
Yeah.
There's poll. This is happy faces, I'm guessing. Yes, emojis. And then this is, what is this one here?
I think you can schedule a tweet. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Okay. Schedule tweet. Yep. Yay, Kathy. You got that one right. Show how home shows you. Okay, got it. I don't see anywhere where I can do an audio message anywhere.
That's desktop. Yeah, desktop. So I see it's gonna be. I think.
Yeah, so I think this is only going to be for your phone. So I think this is for real down tweeters. Folks that really are like, I tweet every day, or I tweet every show, or whatever, right? Because Twitter is the place where you come if you want to get in on the show topics and the show discussions and all that good stuff. This is where you come to. Or if you got beef. If you got beef, you go to Twitter and you tweet at that person, whatever your beef is. So yeah, go ahead, Kathy. Why is Jesse? Wait, Jesse Smollett is trending again for what? Anyway, go ahead.
No, I was like, big shout at everybody that's coming from LinkedIn right now. Okay, listen, it's pretty good. This actually works.
It does.
Jimmy
Kendall is doing it. Cancel Kimball. Oh, we're trying to cancel Kimball now? What? Okay, anyway, go ahead, Kathy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he had, I don't know what that's about. probably some old stuff that they found, or I don't know. But I liked the page that you were on. It says discover new list. Lists are not new, but whenever I teach social media training, I always talk about lists because that is one of the ways that you can really grow your Twitter. Um, I don't
Where's
know.
the list? Where did I
Scroll
click on
down.
that at?
No, it was a graphic or whatever. Like do page back and see if it'll show it or whatever. It says new, discover list. Go back one more and see if it shows. No,
Nah, it's not gonna
it's
show it to me
gone.
again.
But basically it says discover list. Lists are not new. They
Well, here are the
probably
list. So let's see
yeah,
what I
but
have. I don't know what I got. Oh, there we go.
I always
Superstars.
encourage people to create lists, and 43 people added me to their list.
Awesome. So yeah.
Kathy, for the people that don't understand this online talk, what is a list and what should we do with it?
Okay, so a Twitter list can be a great thing in which so basically you can group all of the people that you would like to follow into a list. You can name them, like you could name them the Digital Collective. You can name them Superstar Podcaster, whatever your list is. You can make it public or private, but basically what it does is you will see those people's tweets in your feed. So if you want to influence or retweet somebody, that because you have created a list, their tweets will show up in your feed.
So there you go. There's your tip for the day. You understand the technical jargon.
Yeah. So if you are a tweeter, then go right ahead. More power to you. Yeah, not me. I do have one. However, not a huge tweeter. So Kathy will definitely be giving you guys the lowdown on this, on more Twitter situations.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead.
No, cool. Also what it does is if you're on a list and the person is notified that they have been added to your list, and they have the option whether or not to subscribe or not to the list. But what it does is, since it notifies people that are added to the list, a lot of times they, depending on how big the list is, they may scroll the members of the list and be like, oh, I need to follow that person. Oh, I need to follow that person. And that's how I've gotten a lot of followers, because I'm on 43 lists. I haven't used mine in a long time, but yeah, it works.
It's called, over here, it's called TwitTwat. If you know what TwitTwat is, if you understand what it is, again, there's a short version of an idiot, but yes, it's called a TwitTwat. You know, there's people in the UK are joining us. All right.
And one more thing, something that people do not use, and I wouldn't be surprised if Twitter took it away, but did you know that you can create string tweets?
Kathy, explain to me a bit more, because you're educating me today about TwitTwat.
So string tweets are, say you had a 3-step process or a multi-step process. We all know that Twitter is limited to 280 characters. Well, maybe we don't all know that, but it is 280 characters. So basically you could say step 1 and click a plus sign and create another tweet that says step 2. Then when you finish with that tweet, click the plus sign again and do step 3. And then when you post, it will post them as separate tweets, but they will be connected. So people will be able to see the steps in your process.
I mean, that's pretty good, because I mean, back in the days I was using TwitTwat and with paid tweets. But it's interesting to say this, obviously, because there's character limit, and now that's the rollover. Same sort of SMS situation. All right, that makes some sense here. Yeah, because I was got an API and I can do that. I'm glad you told me that, because I'm going to get back on this TwitTwat stuff and see if I can use that stuff to do all these lovely little things where you can stack up things. And but how you got three? You got 3 layers of it. So step one, step two, three, or we can go from there.
Kathy, do you want to show us how to? Are you able to get into your Twitter and show us?
Let me just make sure the feature is still there.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah, because since they did audio tweet, they might have taken it, but I just don't think people knew about it, so people didn't use it.
All right. Okay. Cool. All right.
But
yeah, because I had no idea, but I don't use the platform a lot, so that makes sense. I don't.
Cool beans. Yeah, that sounds cool. I like that one.
It's a great platform if you are a blogger, you're a marketer, you can put your tips out there, and it's quick, and it's just a great platform if you're in the media, a marketer, a coach, or consultant, and you want to get your message out there. I find that when I'm consistent with it, Twitter was, when I decided to focus on Twitter for marketing business, I could quadruple my followers in 60 days. I didn't buy followers. This was just by retweeting, tagging. I don't think tagging was really popular then, just by retweeting. And they used to have Follow Friday. So basically on Follow Friday, you could tag up to 10 people, and that was a way to get credibility.
So I used to use it, and I did the same thing. I didn't double it quite that much though, Kathy, but I did double the following. However, I found that none of those followers converted, and that's why I was like, I don't care. Y'all can follow me all you want. You can talk all you want. You can tag me all you want, but where's my money? Who's converting here? Who's signing up for the email list or something? But true to what we talk about all the time on this show, I had no real idea of what I was doing. So they may have been able to been converted at that point, but I was like, yeah, ain't nobody really talking to me on here. I'm out. On Facebook, I felt like I got more of a one-on-one interaction, and people actually DM, we actually were able to have conversations, and I can move them into either an event or something I was doing at the time. Where Twitter, nope.
Yep, it still shows. So I'm gonna share my screen.
Awesome.
Yeah. Give her permission so again.
Okay, just 1 second.
I had to double check and make sure the securities on Zoom was still good. Okay, we're good. Okay. And you guys, all of the experts have their Cash App links here. If you see something or hear something that is good that you like, please make sure that you are Cash Apping the experts. We thank you and appreciate you. We are giving this information to you free of cost. So make sure that you are Cash Apping the expert if you like to see this show continue.
That's good. We've got some. So let's see what's going on here. It's amazing that, because obviously when we was doing the broadcasting was heavily into Twitter, if you want to spell it, was heavily users on Boot to Boom, and we did get a lot of following on that. So
that's true.
If you understand Twitter and it's all of the type of things in the background, you can actually do a lot with it, Jessica. Honestly, it is cumbersome, but
y'all go right ahead. I'm gonna stick to Instagram and YouTube. Y'all go right ahead. I'm a firm believer that all platforms are not for me, and all platforms ain't for everybody. If you find you get on one and you like, oh, it's okay. So I will use. You know what I use Twitter for? It's a depository. If I post something on Instagram, I'll send it on over to Twitter. If I post something on Facebook, I'll send it all over to Twitter. That's what that is to me. I have no interest whatsoever in engaging in Twitter conversation. Now, if the platform shifts a little bit or something else happens, I may change my tune. But as of right now, yeah.
Okay, so watch.
Okay.
See this plus?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I've seen this, but I didn't know how they did it, nor was I interested in how they did it. But you all that want to use, but you guys that want to use Twitter, please take a look at this. Follow along with what Kathy is doing. This is awesome.
The real time. See, this is in real time. This is what I like to see. We're actually, doing things in real time.
I should have did, um,
Oh, I see. You were trying to do like step one, step two.
yeah.
And I see that Kathy is in the Tabber Club. If you take a look at the top, she is a Tabber, just like me.
The Tabber Club. Yeah, of course we got a all
We
tab.
got a
Come on,
Tabber
man.
Club in the house.
Yeah, see all this up here? Yeah. Those are signs of a marketer.
Those are signs of a market. Absolutely. My husband gets on me all the time. Like, you have so many tabs open. Hey,
Oh
look,
no.
bro, I need each one of those tabs open because I need to find stuff. And I know where it's at. Just because you don't know how to navigate it don't mean nothing. Okay.
Oh, I have so many bookmarks. I even bought a tool called History, which,
Oh yeah, I know that.
yeah, look, you name it, I just about got it.
Yeah, Kathy
Okay,
got it.
okay.
So I'm the real resource reader. They don't call me that for nothing.
I hear you.
So, and I'm going to share with you since I'm in here.
Okay.
I'm going to share with you the list. Oh, wow. Look at this. This is how people
Blab, yeah, for real.
Oh, Blab.
You want to? I'm on that list. I'm on that list. Come on.
Yep, all things social media, Blab-tastic.
List.
Okay.
Alex Kahn, do y'all remember him from Periscope days?
Yes. Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah. So
that's hilarious.
These are.
Where did he go? Is he still internet marketing? Is he still?
I don't know what happened to him.
That's funny. I wonder if he has an Instagram.
Just want to welcome all people that's joining us. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Good.
So,
Allison Bird, I saw on there. Okay.
Yeah. So these are, when I say I'm like on 43 lists, that's for real.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
I try to, practice what I teach. Okay.
That's right. And that's why y'all ain't heard me say nothing, because I don't know nothing about Twitter. Now I know a little bit. I know a little bit, but a little bit. That's it. I know Twitter groups were a huge thing. I used to be on one for Black podcasters via Twitter group where you could, go into the group and then reshare. And then every time someone had a new podcast episode, they would put it in the group and we had to go on Twitter and reshare. So I was engaged in that for a little while. But other than that, I was like, yeah, nah, Twitter, not for me.
So we're talking about groups. Twitter is trying to encourage people to create lists, and LinkedIn is trying to encourage people to go to groups and make them active again, because LinkedIn groups were hot and then they faded out for a while. So
you know what happens? I think people transition from platform to platform. I think as the new hot thing comes out or rolls out, they go, "Ooh, let's go over here." And it's like, "Ooh, let's all try this," type of thing.
Shiny object syndrome.
Yeah.
There used to be a limit on LinkedIn groups that you could not belong to more than 50, but I received private invitations to some groups, and I have 56 groups, so that rule must no longer be valid.
Yeah. I think as a Microsoft bought it, it didn't make any sense.
It really doesn't make any sense. That's stupid.
Yeah, you can
What's the limit?
Yeah. Facebook, you can be as many things you want.
Did you know LinkedIn has a limit on how many followers connections you can have?
Yeah.
That's stupid too.
Yeah. But what it is it doesn't make no sense, because obviously there was LinkedIn's got this thing called, there was a thing called I don't know if you was part of it, but guess what? It was like it was you okay to connect with me or something like that. I can't remember what it is. They had a funny name. Actually, I'm gonna look it up, because obviously as we're going through everything, carrying on with the subjects that we've got.
While you're looking at that up, LinkedIn is rolling out stories. So let me find the LinkedIn stories.
Well,
Uh,
everybody has stories now, pretty much.
yeah, pretty much
No,
everybody's pretty much
YouTube
doing that.
has stories where people don't really talk about that, but YouTube, I mean, stories is hot, you know?
Yeah. And so we'll give you a couple of situations in which you should use LinkedIn or use stories, period. Whether you're on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever you want to use your stories. And I actually just went through this with one of my client sessions. LinkedIn expands the rollout of LinkedIn stories to Australia. They ain't said nothing about California or not California, but the
California.
United States yet. Do you guys have it in the UK, Leon? Do you know?
Yeah. I've seen this pop up somewhere on LinkedIn now and again.
Okay.
I've been poking around on it. I've seen it just pop up. But I mean, I
Okay.
think what's cool is that all these. Oh, that's another thing. These videos and things like that. Because I when I still have stories, but again, these videos used to pop up, and there was well, not live stream videos. Yeah, because before you wasn't able to do videos on there, but now
Yeah,
it's
no,
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting what goes on because guess what? I mean, sometimes these people roll out things on the mobile first, then they come around to do desktop. Because I had a client say today talking about some people on oh, this is about an IG by the way. Yeah, IG um for again for Instagram, you've got in the US shops. Do you ever seen that on Instagram?
Yes. Uh-huh. Yep.
I don't know what
Absolutely.
we don't have it over here. It's
Really?
only yeah, we don't have it
Oh.
because somebody asked me on that and I said, "What? No, it's only in the US." And just like everything else, before we had IG, you can actually do video as well. Because it used to be again only on the actual we call it only on the mobile version rather than the desktop version or whatever. You can't only in certain places only. But carry on with the questions. And while I look at this play,
Well,
Yeah,
it's
well, go
interesting.
ahead. Go ahead, Kathy.
It's interesting that they would use LinkedIn stories because some people are still fighting just to have LinkedIn Live. So it's interesting that you would launch that because people still like upset that it's still upset that they don't have access to LinkedIn Live.
Yeah, I know. I applied for it. And I just wanted to see what they would do, and they were like, "Oh no!" And I was like, "Okay." What's so funny is I posted an article about them denying me to be one, and so I
you
posted on
did.
LinkedIn. Oh yes, I did. I said, "So who y'all looking for exactly?" I said, "Oh okay," So I made fun of it. I poked fun because that's just my brand. But then afterwards, they were like, "Oh, why don't you try 3 months free of LinkedIn Pro?" I
Damn
was
right. What
like,
you
oh, okay,
try?
so obviously I got somebody's attention there. And they were like, why did you write an article? Would you like to write more articles? I'm like, don't talk to me. You didn't give me live streaming abilities, so don't talk to me. I ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, you see, you see.
But with that, I think you're right, Kathy. How are we rolling out LinkedIn stories when everybody don't even have LinkedIn live stream access? So you're only gonna give LinkedIn stories for a certain amount of people. And then even that is gonna make us feel sour because we're like, well, why am I looking at their stuff and I can't post my own content? Right? The platform should be trying to get as much content on the platform as they can in exchange for giving us exposure. That's what Facebook has done, and they're doing amazingly well.
And I think they should
Hmm.
be, now don't get me wrong, LinkedIn is one of my favorite platforms, but I think now that Microsoft owns them, that they should be a little bit more quicker to implement because actually LinkedIn Live was beta tested in 2016.
Yes, I remember that. I do remember that.
2016. So here we are almost 4 years later, and not everybody has it.
Hmm.
And I wonder, I don't know what that is, what that's about. I wonder what it's about. But I tell you that, am I sitting on? And I said this in the article as well. Am I sitting on LinkedIn waiting for somebody to go live or looking for that?
Hmm.
And on Facebook, different story. On Instagram, different story. But on LinkedIn, you know? So I was like, who exactly are you guys looking for to create content?
Hmm. Well, I mean, I think yeah. I mean, LinkedIn. I think what they got to choose here. They've got to say to themselves, all right, do we get into this social media war, or do we keep our platform as it is? Because they've got a interesting thing they've got going on there, and they're trying to merge in. Because if you think about it, Microsoft doesn't really have a social media platform and everything else, so this is not their real thing. They're just bought into it because obviously it's got a huge particular list that they can get data from it. So there are some crazy things that people talk about from LinkedIn in the past, and even got some these LinkedIn experts, and they will tell you stories. And I think it's probably changed from the whole situation right now. But we've got to look at what Microsoft's trying to do, trying to add and test things and see if it works and if it doesn't. And obviously, they would actually um, you'll get all different types of stories. I think on this situation by
Well,
getting
I
that.
mean, they have an educational platform, and we spoke about this a little bit offline, right? They have the whole
Yeah.
educational background platform that they have, quote unquote experts, or they're trying to pay folks to create that content on the
Mm,
back end to become educators. I think that's more, I think they should put their money there. Because like I said to my point earlier, I'm not necessarily sitting on LinkedIn and I don't have it on my phone to be like, oh yeah, I'm about to go watch this LinkedIn live, right? The only time I
mm,
think I really watched it was when actually LinkedIn did something about LinkedIn because I wanted to learn more about LinkedIn. But as far as like living my life's purpose or being great in something else, I don't know. I'm not sitting there listening for nobody to come on LinkedIn. Now, Facebook, if it pops across my feed, Instagram, yes, I'll tune into a business live stream or a marketing live stream about whatever. But as far as LinkedIn goes, nah, bruh. That platform is stuffy to me.
I
But there's not as many people who do now. There's a couple of people that are known to go live a lot on LinkedIn, but not nowhere near the magnitude
And
of or
I'm gonna
IG.
say this, and I mean, and I'm not trying to be mean or vicious or anything, but Julie Chan, I'm like, how the heck did she become a LinkedIn?
Goldie,
Who?
Goldie Chan with the
Goldie
green,
Chan. Thank you.
yeah,
Why am I
with
calling
the
you?
green hair.
Yeah, with the green hair. I was like, did I miss something? What in the
uh
world
oh,
is going on? Did I
uh
miss
oh,
something?
uh
And that's not to, hey, you know what? You do you, sister.
oh. Okay, she's going with me just okay. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, do there? I tell my husband all the time. There is a person out there for everyone. There is content for everybody. You can create the most boringest, most piece of, and you will have an audience for that, right?
Mm,
But I'm looking at. I'm like, I don't see it. I don't know what I missed. How the heck, And I'm like, maybe it's just because of consistency. Maybe it's just because she went live every single day. But I'm like, how is she a LinkedIn authority with green hair? Like this platform seems, I don't know. But then again, I'm gonna shut up now because I can't explain it. But I don't understand how that professional platform. And she's like, and I was like, I could see her on Instagram. Now I've seen her do some stuff on Instagram, and I was like, yes, this makes sense. Like the green hair, the whole that makes sense. But LinkedIn, I don't know. I don't quite
And I
understand the
think they
connection.
probably noticed her because she has a crazy amount of followers on LinkedIn.
How?
So, and
That's
she's
what I'm
known
saying.
as a video marketing expert more so than a live streamer.
Maybe I'm being a hater right now. I may be.
nah, I don't
I
think
may
so.
be just being a hater. I don't see it though. I don't understand. I may just be being a hater though. So I apologize, sis. I'm not fronting on you. I'm just saying I don't see it. But maybe it's not made for me. So that makes sense. Not for
No,
me.
I don't think. What I mean, you know what? It's the situation we have. You haven't probably used it in a way that some people have used it right now. The you know, in any platform, you got to dig deep and understand how people are using it and understand the lingo, and that it's all like a whole new language. And going back to what I was saying, there's something called a LinkedIn Lion. Yeah, a line. Now this it's called LI Open Networks. It means that at the end of the day, these people will you want to network, because this was the blockade at the time. You can't talk to someone. No, guess what? You're able to. And if anybody contacts you, you know what? They created that and they got round it in that situation. There's groups in there. Was at that moment there's a group. If you go group Bleating Lions, I got there's 27,000 people in here. They're all network, and that's what we want to do because again we want things done. Yeah, we don't want to blockade someone saying, you can't follow this. Come on.
And that's what the platforms used to be doing a lot of. They're being very controlling.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, like, come on, like we're supposed to have an exchange here. I give you my email address and content. You give me exposure. Hello.
No, exactly. I mean, I can understand they're trying to cut down on spam and all this nonsense and fraud and people doing stupid things, but
yeah, and I understand that the platform, you don't want some crazy person going on live on LinkedIn and they like, hey, so today I'm gonna, I get it. I totally get it. But then at the same token, if you see that they have, at least a decent base, they have they're trying or whatever, why wouldn't you allow them? I was thinking about this the other day, like YouTube. YouTube is very, very like strict on like their uploading and like stuff you put in there and all that stuff, and they'll give you a strike or take you down or whatever. But I was uploading my daughter's banner on her YouTube, and I was like, I wonder if they have someone going around and check those banners to make sure, because who's stopping somebody from putting a crazy banner up?
Was it your daughter though? Was your daughter in the banner?
Yeah.
That's why. Because they have new terms of service, and you have to check if you're.
No, I did, but I was just thinking, like off the top of my head, like I wonder if they have an actual person at YouTube that goes around and checks people's banners.
No. What happened? What is it? What is this award do? Okay, facial recognition is super duper excellent right now.
Gotcha.
We've got power to do this.
I was thinking, who's stopping somebody from putting their tush on there, like
Well, no.
Instagram ain't doing a good job. I'm telling you right now.
Well, I mean, this is it. I mean, you should think about if IG, and again going back to what you guys do the content creation. Imagine for IG, amount of people are posting pictures of all different types of things, and again, a computer system's got to say, what is this picture? Does it contain kids? Does it contain people? Because it'll take a person just like this the Big Brother the other day. I can pick out a head and obviously I can see eyes. Okay, fair enough. And to answer your question, obviously you've got someone at a desk and say, okay, if this flags up, and then they're gonna make a decision if it's bad or not, whether they or accept it or reject it. This is what Facebook does. Yeah, this is okay. You don't, they've probably got tons of people in the call center. All they do all day is just check images and whatever maybe, or flag it or what, and start to get stupid with it. Yeah, and the computer could probably determine exactly the same thing. Is it being shared across about 10 networks? Is exactly the same thing? Blah blah blah. And just flags it or whatever maybe. So that's just crazy.
So for those watching, what we're talking about is when you upload content to YouTube now, before you upload to video, they have YouTube now has two choices, and you have to indicate whether or not your video is children appropriate or adult appropriate. And is it over 12, Jessica? I can't remember because I just checked mine is
12 or 13, something like that.
Yeah, I think so. They're really monitoring the content, whether or not your videos are targeted for kids or not. And I'm sure it's all tied to some parental controls or whatever, but now you cannot put content on there or post it or upload it unless you indicate what your content is for, because it will not let you post it unless you address it.
They've also turned off comments underneath the kids' accounts. So if you select that option and say, yes, this is for kids, the comments are off. So a lot of the kid YouTuber family folks were upset because they were like, well, how are we supposed to communicate with our people, but it makes sense to me. Like I'm like, yeah.
Use what's crap.
Because bullying, I'm sure it's tied to anti-bullying, and some people don't care if it's kids or not. So I think that's probably their way of doing that. But if you're a master marketer or YouTuber, you're supposed to take them off the platform. Any free platform, you should have a way to direct them to your own platform.
Exactly. And that's the part, right? Is that when you're utilizing these social media platforms, you gotta, and that's what I'm saying about LinkedIn. Like, I know y'all got LinkedIn Pro, so y'all got a certain amount of people that pay for LinkedIn Pro, right? But as a content creator, wouldn't you want my content to be there so you can bring more people to the platform? Wouldn't you want more people to connect with me so you can get more people to upgrade to Pro? Like, I don't know. Anyway, I don't
You
understand.
didn't get a memo. I know it's difficult.
Deshaun, are we blurry or do you mean are we buffering? Or I just want to make sure, checking in with you, that are we buffering and the video blurry?
No, maybe not. I mean, I think it maybe it's the time of day
So just
because
checking in with you.
yeah, maybe
Uh, and that's why we want to, create a sense of community and marketing over friends. And just like I said, if you have any platform, you need to, make sure. Okay, thank you. She said she just refreshed. So, um,
oh, what's
um,
it?
that's why you want to always be able to connect with your audience off the platform, because I can't be great tonight. I normally share to a group 2 pages, and it will only allow me to share to my personal page today.
Mm. Is there any more topics before we get to the top of that? We've got so much information to give away, I think. And should we just recap on some of the things that's been happening and what's coming up next week? This week, I should say.
This Saturday. So
Yeah.
just to recap, some of the things that we went over is now Twitter. You can also now send a audio tweet. You are encouraged to do Twitter list. And we talk about who should be on each platform. That's what we're going to talk about at the summit, because you should not be on all platforms. You should only be on the 2 or 3 platforms where your target audience is. So if you are talking to millennials, you should be on TikTok. Snapchat's kind of not as many people on it.
Crap chat.
And Instagram is a mix. It was a lot of millennials, but there's I believe I saw like 45 to 55, a lot more. That demographic is growing on Instagram. That's not what we talked about earlier, but that's definitely something that conversation we'll have at the summit. And we're going to give you 3 key tips for each of the 6 major platforms. 3 key things that you can do to grow and increase your visibility. We also talked about LinkedIn Live videos and LinkedIn Stories just launched. We can't say it's coming soon because we really don't know, because LinkedIn Live actually was beta tested, which means trial tested with certain users back in 2016. And here we are almost 4 years later. And it was like August of 2016, July or August of 2016. So this is almost 4 years later and still not everybody has it. And I talked, going back to Twitter, shared how you can make multiple tweets or string tweets. So if you have a tip to share and you can't say it in 280 characters, or if you want to direct somebody to your landing page, you want to share an email, definitely use string tweets, because that is definitely a way to get people's attention, but also give them some direction or key tips, all on Twitter.
That's a good question. I mean, are you? I mean, with all this, like, this bits and bobs of with the millennials, so to speak, or people under 18, are you targeting these people, or do you have any clients that you work with at all? With the younger crowd, and how difficult is it? Is it a major impact, or is that something you do in your business practice at all? That's a question.
But on Twitter?
No, I mean in general. I mean every platform.
In general?
Yeah.
I didn't really do the mostly what Twitter was good for actually was
Mm,
it was great for me getting guests on my radio show because people would tweet and people would follow me and then send me a direct message. So one of my first guests, I would say he was probably in the first 10 guests.
mm,
He was 24 and he was a multimillionaire, and his uh his website, he had some algorithm. He was like, I can't tell you.
hmm,
It's some crazy like 6 million visitors or whatever, and he earned revenue because he had so much traffic coming to his site. And he was like, I can't tell you that secret.
mm.
And I think at one point he was even homeless. So that was a great story, but I just met him through Twitter. And another guy, he was like chief editor for Sprout Social. And Sprout
Mm,
Social, if you've ever heard of Hootsuite, Sprout
yeah.
Social is a social media automation tool that allows you to schedule your social media, but most of the time companies subscribe to um, get Sprout Social because it's a little bit more pricier, but
Mm,
it does a lot more analytics.
cool. Yeah, that's pretty good. And we've got so much we can use in the social media world to manage social. But I mean that's pretty good. I mean, I think a lot of people just um you know don't really know how much it takes to do social media, and you know, it's not really planned. I think this is something people really have got to understand very, very carefully. When they go into this area, because you've got so many platforms you just talk about, and how do you direct, and when do you direct the content, and what is it that you're trying to do? Yeah, it's not like a social chit chat. It's especially in business. I say to a lot of people, look, hey, everybody's just joining new to the platform. You haven't missed anything yet, but great stuff. It's a situation we've does it take up too much time, and could it be a situation that you could do more damage than harm? um, because a lot of people in this space, it could be one man bands and things like that, and they think social media, they've been always told you've got to get on social media, got to get on social media. um, is it a thing? I mean, Jessica, you just disappeared like a genie from nowhere, but just tell us about your social media thing. I don't do social media. I don't know. It doesn't work for me. Help me understand this.
Hello,
Absolutely.
Hitachi. Is that how you say it? Is that correct, Hitachi?
Tashi, wow!
Social media
Wait,
absolutely
wait,
does
wait!
work.
Stop there. Tashi's just joined us. Is that right? Is he just joined?
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, social
Now,
media absolutely
wait.
does work.
I'm
Oh, okay, go
gonna
ahead.
just before we start, because guess what? We have to give praise to this young lady. Tasha's just joined us. She is again a video. I'm gonna get it wrong because she's gonna kill me because she's got jollof rice and planting for me, but she won't understand the joke. But hang on a minute. This young lady in the day, she's probably young, probably now, but she's older. But yes, she's one of the first people on our touching of the day. If you saw last week, we had the black t-shirts on, but again, she is a video queen of the day. I have to give her
Welcome,
respect.
Black content creators. Woo,
Yeah,
woo.
let me get her title now. 'Cause if she's joined us another day, welcome, Tashi. We're here. We're not Jessica. When are we here? Come on, tell us. And happy.
Oh,
Just tell everybody. Just tell them what we
we're here
do.
on usually on Tuesdays, but tonight we decided to do a little pop up. So we're here on Tuesdays at 5:30 PST, 8:30 EST. So 5:30 Pacific Standard, 8:30 Eastern. And Leon was just asking me if social media works as my kid yells in the background of this live stream. So, yes, social media does absolutely work. It is what I have built my business on and about. Like, that's what my business is. I think to the point, to the effect of what we were talking about earlier, is you have to know what platform to use. right? And you have to know how to connect with people and build relationships. And it can be a bit different than what you do in real life. However, you should be the same person you are in real life online. So you shouldn't be trying to be somebody else. You shouldn't be trying to duplicate somebody else's profile and their brand of what you've seen, but you should bring your own individuality to the platform. So some of my favorite platforms that I've used and ways in which I've used them is, to Kathy's point earlier, of podcast interviews. Interviewing people, asking them questions, hearing their stories has definitely been a big piece of how I've built a business, and we're able to get relationships. And then just Googling people and searching for folks that were in the niche that I wanted to work in, maternal health or digital media wise, and then putting stuff out there that educates the audience. I definitely re-ramping up and getting back out there with my content, because just recently Leon and I did a opening for, what do we do, strategy sessions for 100
100
black
people.
business owners.
Yeah, that was
And
cool.
the thing that we heard the most was, I'm on here, I'm spending money on these platforms, on the Shopify's, on the WordPresses, on the whoever's, on all this software and stuff that people are telling me to buy, and I don't know how to use it. And I'm not getting any clients, or I'm getting a sale here or there, but I'm really struggling. And so hearing all of that feedback, I was like, oh, I have to, like, we got to help these folks. This is just horrible. And then some of their sites, like, I remember struggling. I remember that hard time I had trying to figure out how the heck to put together a website and figuring it out. Because when you don't have any money, you are the marketing person, the business strategist, the the social media management, the back end, the accountant, you're everything in your business, and you have to figure it all out, because you
Oh,
know
it's,
it's a task.
it's this Queen Ava Laura. She just popped in again. What's her game?
Ava.
Hey, we'll get you
My
in a moment.
shouts out to my co-host Ava Laura.
Word.
But so social media absolutely does work for you, but you have to know how to train it. I think that's the biggest
Wow.
piece that we've had said over and over and over again through Marketing with Friends. And if you're watching this and you are a marketer yourself, we definitely want to keep the show going, and we want more people to come on and tell us about their marketing experiences and share a little bit about what they've done as well. So make sure you DM me, DM Leon, DM Kathy, either of us, and let us know that you'd like to come on. We would love to have you on. We do have the summit coming up here really soon, which is on Saturday. It is an all-day thing. I'm throwing in a super duper bonuses, because, like I said, my heart is huge and I just love to help people. We want to make sure that number one, who you serve. Number two, what you serve them with, what you giving them. And then number three, you are making money. If you are paying Shopify $30 a month, you should be making 3 to 4 times that, really, or 10, really. But at least let's start off with 3 to 4 times that. Kathy, you have anything to add to that?
Listen, I do. Hang on, you guys have missed the script here. What happened here? All right, what are we doing for these wonderful people? Because I think you just break it down to them and let them know what is really going on. I would like to show them the page, but at the present moment, we're going to get a page up in a moment. Listen, for anybody listening to this live stream on a replay or even on the actual live stream, now we'll all probably say together, 1, 2, 3. What is the magic code? TNT 50.
I got that part. 50.
All right. Listen, these guys have put together something special, and guess what? They're giving you 50% off. Now, I don't know what it's done here, but again, it was quite amazing just for them to do this, because I think this was very, very good in these particular times. All right. So they have given you 50% off. Yeah, it's TNT 50. If you haven't done it right now, again, if you're listen, and on top of that, they limited the spaces, because I know they don't do it all the time, and then it's truly absurd. I haven't got a clue, but I mean, they this literally said, "I'm going to take 50% off." I said, "No, don't do that. Just put the price as it is." But again, TNT 50, if you land on the page, put that TNT50. Someone's put it in there for us. Fantastic in the day, and you will get a whopping 50% off the price. I'm not going to tell you what the price is because that's when you'll see. You'll get to the page on TNT50. Just try it out for yourself. Just go in there, put in TNT50. If this is not for you, get your friend, give it to somebody as a gift right now in COVID. Some people just have a bad time. They don't know what to do. This is ideal for any small business owner struggling to keep up, or if you just don't know, you're just totally lost and you're confused, come to this event Saturday. Yep, it's all day and we are giving away lunch. I know it's unheard of, but you're going to see what's going to go on that.
Well, what's unheard of is that we're actually asking you what you need. We're not just giving you a presentation. We're not just giving you our stories, but we're asking you, what are you doing right now? And then what do you need to be doing? How do we shift that from, okay, I'm spinning my wheels. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I need help. I need this. I need that. And somebody told me to buy this product. Oh, are you spending $1,200 on Facebook ad trainings when your stuff and landing pages ain't ready? Or 15. Wait, no, I saw another program that was 3,000.
Wow.
$3,000. You're spending $3,000 to run traffic to a page that doesn't even speak directly to that audience. So
that's bananas, Kathy.
So, Leon, just because Leon mentioned it, we actually we're going to extend it, but it actually expired last night.
Yeah, it did. It expired Sunday.
Change.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes. So just for the audience, because Leon was feeling generous, I'm going to go and update the code, but it expired at midnight last night.
Wait, you've got some people that got their pass already. So, oh no, it's expired. Oops.
But that's okay. We'll go ahead and extend it. So if you're interested, go ahead and check it out. I am going to, I'm adding in, we are also following up with you. So this is not the type of summit where you come in, you get a bunch of information, we just drop you off. You leave with a finished digital product, number one. Number two, I follow up with you for 3 months. Every month we check in. Plus, on top of that, you get a Facebook group that we are going to put tons of training in, answer your questions, all that good stuff, right? If you need a little bit more one-on-one after that, now you got to speak directly to the experts, but we will at least have those trainings in there. What else did I put on that list, Leon? I got a bunch of stuff. Ebooks, there's ebooks.
There's groups, there's let me just have a look at it because I don't know. I tell there's so much you put
if you pay me any dollars, number one, you will be blessed because I have 6 kids and God will see you. I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody that has ever given me money has always been blessed because they know. But that's number one. But number two, the thing is, when you give me $1, 50 cents, it doesn't matter. I make sure that you get 10 to 20 times the value of what you gave me. It's actually a fault of mine. It actually has gotten me in trouble a couple of times because I'm always over delivering, that I'm so busy trying to over deliver that I'm doing a lot. But anyway, I just feel like I have to value the money that you've given me. I know money is hard to come by. I know it's an investment, and I understand because I've been in your shoes. I've been on the other end. So I make sure I keep that forefront in my mind all the time.
Oh, so what I like about it is it's real talk. I mean, what I like about it is affordable from what you've made it here. Because I'm just reading out what you got. It said, immediate full access to the Digital Training Academy. I've got this academy situation. What happened here? You've got a market here. And as I said, you're going to get 3 months worth of online deep dive digital content review. Listen, I don't know. It starts in July. Yeah. So book it 3 months out from July. These guys via Zoom, they're going to take care of stuff. You've got 30-day access to digital training, including 20 content interviews. You've got 30 days transition Thrive Toolbox, library. What else you got in here? Just throwing in. Gosh, you've got this.
Look, I didn't want none of these other people outdoing me. I don't want none of these
Wow.
other folks out here that are giving y'all stuff. You know, the PayPal's that can give away 5 million. I can't give away 5 million, but what I can
Uh,
do is give you the expertise I have in my head. I can definitely help you out with that.
and on
I
top
can
of
help
that,
you make that 5 mil.
you got bonus, exclusive, special discounts on other products and services as well. Look, I don't really know what to say here because guess what? What in here, the value of all this is unbelievable. I mean, I don't know what's to start with. Look, and the summit alone with we're missing the final piece of the puzzle. She's here somewhere in spirit, and it's Ava Laura. We'll get her here somehow.
Yeah,
But
but
said
the
if
thing is too is with Ava Laura's session, we are starting you out with what you're supposed to be doing with your life.
yes, that's right. That's
What
the point.
Who's your target audience and what you're actually supposed to be doing? What is your purpose? What are you actually supposed to be doing with your business? Where I
Mm.
think a lot of people are missing that mark. Instead, they're starting businesses because they want to make money. The money should come as a result of you living out your purpose. That
If
is what where the money is coming from.
if
And
go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead,
No,
Lee.
no, I just say, if you haven't seen Ava Laura in action, the Queen Ava Laura with her crowns, I mean, she's a phenomenal person that they, she may be in the chat, she's watching, but I look back at Queen Ava Laura under the day would be us under the day. She's a phenomenal. I worked with this young lady, and she's just outstanding. If you just don't know what she does, check her out. This is Ava Laura, and
And then
it's
Kathy's going to
everything.
come up the rear with taking your ideal client and telling you
Mm,
about every single tool you can ever think of imaginable, right? So you don't spend money on these
yeah,
tools that you don't need. You will
you
get
don't
the
need.
direct tool that you need that will do pretty much probably everything you need to do. Because she has tools up her sleeve that'll do everything that
The,
you need him to
the
do. Right.
wazoo,
And
yeah.
it's individualized, this individualized action and marketing for the individual. You are not a group, you are an individual. We ask you what you need. We get information from you. We find out why you even started your business. What is this passion, purpose thing you have?
Mm.
How
There
can
we
we
go.
bring it to the market in the quickest and easiest way so you're not frustrated?
And
Just
your
to let you,
mindset is important because not only for your purpose, but it also impacts how you price your product or service. Because
mm,
however you feel in your mind impacts the way you move forward.
there we
So
go. Get your
whether you,
mice.
no matter what stage you're in your business, you have to have the right mindset, or you could be leaving money on the table.
I was thinking, well, leave more on the table if you ask me. Take the table as well. But yeah, I think this is a good opportunity for you to understand how this COVID-19 and this internet thing has shaped businesses right now in the future. If you are not with this and you don't know what to do and you're totally confused and you've been spinning around and you've been watching the presidents and just telling you all this is happening as the pandemic, really get away from the day. Yeah, this will just really calm you down and give you some peace of mind what to do. Yeah, they've developed something really unique here. Not at this average thing and event where you just get bored and you just get a load of rubbish that you don't use. This particular summit is something whereby the information they put together is I've just seen some of it, and honestly I'm just blown away myself. And they've done a wonderful job just really getting people that matter. That's the most important thing, and they're dedicated to get results, and that is something I strive for. Which is, I'm just really happy about. Well done, guys, and I'm happy
You
to be part
matter
of this.
and we care. We
Mm,
care. We actually care. That's the difference, I think, too. While a lot of people are talking about how much they made on our launch, we want to talk about how much we impacted, how many
mm,
people we impacted,
Absolutely.
how many lives we changed.
yeah.
Absolutely. And Ava Laura said I gave her a tool today. So
Well,
it's not just serving you all. I mean, I am the tool queen.
mm-mm.
That's why
Tool.
they don't call me resource reader for nothing.
That's
Uh-oh.
right. She is the tool queen.
So it's that's how we're gonna play it. Everybody's got a name. Why ain't got? I mean, they used to call me the wizard when I was on Boot to Boom, and or they call me, again. You locked me in the cage and you didn't want to take me up. What's my new name now? Come on,
Your
come
name
on,
is
Jess.
no excuses.
No excuses. Okay,
No
okay.
excuses
All right,
champ.
Don't want to hear your problems. That's
Yeah,
all.
or the website reviewer,
Oh
like
no,
the
so that.
website whisperer, the
Oh,
website
whisper,
whisperer.
whisper, whisper. And there's that. All right. How we do for time? We good? And
Yeah,
we good?
no, we're at the end of our time. So thank you guys so
Uh,
much for watching. We will be back tomorrow,
for real.
5:30 Eastern.
What can we
What
talk
is it?
about?
Or 5:30 Pacific. Sorry,
Oh, oh,
8:30 Eastern. 5:30 Pacific. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please make sure that you leave those in the comments. We will be monitoring the chat. If you are new to us, go ahead and type in hashtag new. If you are watching this on the replay, type in hashtag replay. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
bye.